Picture this. You're scrolling through social media, and suddenly, you see a comment, a cruel, biting remark aimed at you or something you care deeply about. Your chest tightens. Your mind races. Do you fire back, matching their venom with your own? Do you block them, shutting the door entirely? Or do you sit there, stewing in silence, letting the negativity seep into your soul? Now, imagine there's another way, a way to rise above the hate, not just for your peace of mind, but for something deeper, something transformative. Today, we're diving into what C.S. Lewis, one of the most brilliant thinkers of the 20th century, says about hate, and how his wisdom offers us a profound roadmap for navigating a world that often feels overwhelmed by negativity. Welcome to Lewis Unlocked, where we explore the timeless insights of C.S. Lewis to address modern challenges. In this episode, we're tackling one of the most pervasive issues of our time: hate. Whether it's online trolling, workplace politics, family disputes, or global conflicts, hate is everywhere. And let's face it, most of us aren't equipped to handle it well. But C.S. Lewis, through works like the Screwtape Letters and Mere Christianity, offers a perspective that's as challenging as it is hopeful. His writings remind us that hate is more than just an external force. It's a mirror reflecting the brokenness within us, and only by addressing that brokenness can we move from reacting to hate to transforming it. So, please stick with me as we unpack Lewis's profound insights, explore practical ways to apply them today, and even share a personal story that brought his wisdom to life for me. A few years ago, I faced a situation that tested everything I thought I knew about handling hate. I made a mistake at work, a public one, and the backlash came hard and fast. The internet became my courtroom, and the verdict from strangers was clear. I wasn't good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough. My first instinct? Fight fire with fire. I typed out responses dripping with anger, but they only escalated the conflict. So I retreated, deleting my posts and avoiding the platforms altogether. But that didn't bring me peace either. Instead, I felt like a prisoner in my own mind, replaying the comments over and over. Then, one night, I turned to the Screwtape Letters. A line from the demon Screwtape struck me. Hatred is often the perversion of a good thing. I realized that my anger wasn't just about what others said. It was about my pride, my fear of failure, and my need for validation. That moment changed everything. It didn't erase the hurt, but it gave me a new lens to see both the hate directed at me and the hate I harbored in response. 1. Hate as a reflection of our inner brokenness. In the Screwtape Letters, Lewis portrays hate not as an external force, but as something cultivated within us. The senior demon Screwtape advises that hatred thrives when we focus on others' flaws while ignoring our own. Think about this in the context of social media. When we lash out at someone's post or comment, are we really angry at them? Or are we projecting our insecurities, our fears, or our unmet expectations? Lewis challenges us to pause and examine what our hatred reveals about us. Modern application. When you feel anger or hatred rising, use it as a signal to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what fear or insecurity might this be revealing about me? 2. The transformation of the human heart. In Mere Christianity, Lewis contrasts the natural man, who is driven by selfishness and anger, with the spiritual man, who seeks love and forgiveness. But this transformation isn't automatic. It requires intentional, often uncomfortable choices. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic. Your natural response might be to honk, yell, or fume. But Lewis reminds us that each choice we make is shaping the kind of person we are becoming. Choosing patience in that moment, however small, moves us closer to the spiritual person Lewis describes. Modern application. Practice small acts of forgiveness daily, like letting go of minor offenses. Over time, these choices will reshape your heart and reactions. 3. Hate in the modern world, cancel culture, and online outrage. Lewis's insights are eerily relevant to today's cancel culture, where public shaming and outrage dominate the discourse. He warns that pride and self-righteousness are often at the root of hate, even when we believe we're fighting for a good cause. In our pursuit of justice or truth, are we unintentionally spreading more hate? Lewis challenges us to seek humility and compassion, even when standing up for what's right. Modern application. Before engaging in heated online debates, take a moment to consider: am I speaking out of love or pride? Am I contributing to understanding or just fueling division? 4. Practical tools for rising above hate. Lewis doesn't just diagnose the problem, he offers a solution: transformation through love, humility, and forgiveness. Here are 3 ways to put his wisdom into practice today. Pause and reflect. When you feel hate rising, pause and ask, what's driving this emotion? Respond with love. This doesn't mean ignoring wrongs, but addressing them with kindness and understanding. Cultivate compassion. Pray for or meditate on the well-being of those who hurt you. It's not easy, but it's powerful. As Lewis said, to be a Christian means to forgive the inexcusable because God has forgiven the inexcusable in you. Let's return to that moment of reading hateful comments. Instead of lashing out or retreating, imagine pausing, reflecting on what's driving your reaction, and choosing to respond with grace. This isn't weakness, it's strength. Lewis believed that every small act of love chips away at the world's hate, making room for light to shine through. C.S. Lewis once said, "To love at all is to be vulnerable. Love anything, and your heart will be wrung and possibly broken. If you want to make sure of keeping it intact, you must give it to no one." Choosing love over hate requires vulnerability, courage, and faith. But it's also the only path to freedom, for ourselves, and for a world that desperately needs it. This week, I challenge you to reflect on the hate you encounter, not just from others, but within yourself. What small act of love can you choose instead? If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might need encouragement. And let me know in the comments, how has hate impacted your life, and how have you overcome it? Thank you for joining me on Lewis Unlocked. Together, let's continue uncovering the transformative wisdom of C.S. Lewis to bring light to a dark world. Until next time, let love, not hate, define your journey.